lest ye be confused, thinking that I must be some sort of right-winger, let's talk about cops for a second, because, I know some of you right-wingers are coming around on the whole cops thing ever since COVID, ever since the lockdowns and the enforcing brown/blue shirts that did all those things. Some of you are coming around. Some of you are not quite convinced. And I'm not a defund the police person. I mean, I am. It's like big picture. Big picture, I'm like, open borders, defund the police, let's privatize these things, let's do this and that. Like, there's a conversation. I'm not like, hey, let's defund the police right now and then it'll all be better, like the left seems to be going for. I'm also not like the right, who says that cops are good and one bad apple doesn't spoil the bunch, and yay, cops. Who are you going to call? If you're going to defund the police, who are you going to call? There's nobody else that could possibly be, security. Right. Anyway, there's some cops that I want to highlight because, when cops do cop things, sometimes you got to point them out. We're not going to watch this whole thing, but first up is Sergeant Badass over here, who got pulled over by some other cops. Here we go.
Say hello. Was that illegal?
No, no, sir. The reason why we're stopping you is because it's a window tint violation.
I blinked my blue lights at you to let you know who I was.
Yes, sir. Well, we didn't know with it. That's not a government tag.
That is a unofficial tag.
Okay.
That tag's not even on file.
I see. Yes. Well, we have to catch up the bill to run it and everything like that, sir.
So I won't blink my blue lights at you next time. I'll let you just sit there. I was just speaking. I'm the police chief in Zebulon.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Matt Polk worked for me. Your chief worked for me.
Yes, sir. There's no need to get upset.
I'm upset because I spoke to you when I come by, and now you're pulling me over.
Sir, I've never met you a day in my life.
I understand that.
Why are you being hostile?
I spoke to you. Sir, I haven't met you a day in my life. I understand that. Do you understand that? Because you just said you spoke to me. You idiot.
Okay.
I'm not talking to you.
Why are you being hostile right now?
Are y'all gonna write me a ticket?
You know what this is called in real people terms? This is called resisting an arrest. And by now, we're 49 seconds into this. We are double the length of time that it would have taken for this man to be twitching on the ground from a taser, or worse, if he was not shouting about how much of an important police officer he was and swinging his big old police billy club around, if you know what I mean. Whoops.
Are you gonna write me a ticket?
Sir, we're just trying.
I'm the police chief in Zebulon. Do you wanna write me a ticket?
Why are you coming up to me like that? I'm doing my job, right?
Gets up in a police officer's face, shouting at her. If this guy, these people don't know this guy, keep that in mind. These two police officers here, they don't know who this man is. He's just shouting at them. I know I'm your boss's boss. I work here. They can't confirm that at this point. So maybe that's a way to get out of a ticket. Just have some blue lights. I'm not encouraging these things, just so you know. But it seems to work. Have some blue lights, get out, shout at them, tell them that they're stupid and they work for you. I mean, that's not incorrect, or it's not supposed to be incorrect. They are supposed to work for you. They rarely do that, let's be honest. But if you pretend to be an authority figure in their lives, I guess they'll just go, yeah, okay, we're sorry, sir.
You know how many officers have blue lights?
Are you writing me a ticket, yes or no?
I'm conducting my investigation.
Are you writing me a ticket? I'm fixing to leave.
Do you have your driver's license?
Sure, I have my driver's license.
Literally.
I know why you're
I have my driver's license. I'm fixing to make it a whole lot more. Your boss worked.
11:11. I'm out here with 11:08.
Just like anybody else. Pull it over, okay? Thanks.
Being very aggressive, getting up in her face. Bad body language. Would probably be seen as multiple threats in real life. I'm going to jump ahead a bit because he's a dick at the end more.
Bring your driver's license.
Yeah. What?
She's about bringing your driver's license back up.
By the way, he got pulled over for tinted windows. He just walks back and gets in his car without asking. He's just like, I'm going to be over here. I don't even think he said it. He just walks away, gets back into his tinted window car, where he could have had any sort of weapon, and which he does have a weapon, as we know, and he's probably not very good at using it, as history has told us. But yeah, just gets back in his car like he doesn't owe them anything.
Yeah. first when we ran the tag, it came back to like a Dodge Ram, so we're just
It's not a
confirming it's
Dodge
not.
Ram.
Yes, sir. We're
It's
just,
a ghost tag.
Barely cracks his window.
yes, sir. Yeah, we're just.
You must have run it wrong. You must have run it wrong because you wouldn't come back to a Dodge Ram.
We were confirmed it. They let us know and everything.
So back to a Dodge Ram now.
Sir, can I ask why you're so upset?
Is it still come back to a Dodge Ram
No,
now?
we got it fixed. Why are you so upset?
No, you didn't fix it. Is it still come back to a Dodge Ram right now?
No, it came back 9 on 5.
That's right, because
Okay.
you run it wrong.
Sir,
Somebody run it wrong.
about to-
Either you did or they did.
We're about to get the information.
Okay,
and get
I
it
got
back
your
to you.
chief on the phone right now. That's
Yes, sir.
fine.
I
That's fine.
understand.
That's fine.
Can you calm down for us,
No.
please?
I appreciate your.
Yeah, Craig says ghost tag. Apparently that's a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that cops had ghost tags that can be tracked by cops. That seems, seems pretty handy for bad cops, which are cops. I repeat myself.
Service. I appreciate your service.
All right.
I'm just saying, I spoke to you guys. I didn't have to do that. I could have eased on by y'all. I appreciate the job y'all out here doing.
Chief,
I
I'm
spoke
trying to be
y'all.
respectful with you.
I understand
okay?
that. I understand
I'm not raising my voice or
that. I
nothing at
understand
you,
that.
right?
I understand
All
that.
right, let's.
But I'm
man to
trying
man,
to
let's
tell
be
you-
I have seen so many
The only
people
thing
shot
I
for
done
less
wrong
than this.
was spoke. Y'all never would have pulled me over if I hadn't flicked my blue lights
No,
at you.
sir. No, we were gonna pull you. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
It is funny that they felt the need to bleep that out. What were they going to pull him over for exactly? That was so bad that it needed to be bleeped out. So they just the camera footage that's released is edited to protect this man, people from knowing that this man did break a law, and apparently I can only assume that it was something bad enough that that they felt the need to keep us from knowing what he did, what his crime was.
I'm telling you straight up, okay?
Okay. All right.
But like I said, there's people out here impersonating police officer with blue lights.
Or you
and
threw
we've
my
dealt
li-
with
or she
before.
threw my license if she is getting for me.
She'll bring it to you, sir.
Okay, well that's fine.
I'm just
Bring it
trying
me,
to.
get through.
I'm trying to talk with you.
I don't want to talk anymore about it.
All right.
Wow. He just does not care, and he does not have to care. Nobody is above the law, right? Everybody's on the same grounds. Yeah. Man. So it reminds me of the whole cops debate. Like, Reed Coverdale has had one of the best quotes. I don't know if he stole it from somebody. I'm not giving that asshole credit for anything, but I don't mean to, at least. But he said, I think it was at his speech at PorcFest this year, said he was talking about the myth of good cops. Cops' jobs are to enforce the law. They swear an oath to enforce the law. Some laws are immoral, and we know that. And pretty much everybody agrees that some laws are immoral. And some cops choose to not uphold the immoral laws, and we call those good cops. But really, aren't those the bad cops? Aren't the only good cops are the ones that aren't doing their job the way they swore an oath to do? Maybe cops in general, maybe the thing is busted and they're being forced. Like, I do think there are good people who are cops, but there are not good cops. If they swore an oath to uphold even one single law that they deemed or that they felt in their heart was immoral, they're not good. The only good cops are the ones not doing their jobs right. And I don't mean this guy, obviously, or these people. I mean, you know what I mean. You get it. Now, continuing on the ACAB fashion, let's talk about another cop situation. Let's just take a look. I'm pretty sure this is a white guy in this car, and it matters because we're gonna have a direct comparison of how race has nothing to do with this. Two white cops pull over a white cop. White cop number 3 screams in their faces, calls them idiots, gets back in his car, leaves without any punishment. And here we have, I'm pretty sure white cop interacting with a white kid in white Burger King parking lot. Here's what happened. Wait, why don't we have audio? Oh, I think it comes on in a minute. He's approaching the car, opens the door. Kid's eating a burger.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
See, the differences are subtle. You gotta really look. Gotta really notice them. Gotta really pay attention. That last video seemed a little bit longer. It was like 5 minutes of screaming in a cop's face with nothing happening to the person that did it. And this is boy. Let's go back. Boy, cop opens door. Boy eats cheeseburger.
Get out of the car.
He might have shifted his gear to run or be concerned because he's freaking out. I don't think he shifted his gear. He turned the steering wheel a little bit. It seems like he might have been gonna run, right? So that's real bad. You don't run from cops. You never run from a cop, and you don't. You really shouldn't, because this might happen. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shots fired, shots fired. He's calling in. Shots fired, shots fired. I heard some shots, you guys. There have been shots fired. Yes, it's you. Please stop doing that. Stop shooting those shots, sir. Now, rumor has it that this man believed that this kid was somebody who evaded an arrest the night before or the day before or something. That's it. That's it. That's all it takes. It turns out, from what I heard, I haven't dug back into this, but from what I heard, he wasn't the same person who evaded an arrest the day before. He's a kid eating a cheeseburger in a parking lot, and there could be more to the story. I don't know. But what I do know is what I witnessed here, which was first interaction with the kid, pulling the door open, not tapping on the window or anything, or trying to figure out what's going on here. Just rips the door open. Kid looks confused. Guy moves and starts shooting. Kid runs away. If evading an arrest is bad, if this kid had not evaded an arrest, he'd be dead right now. Most likely. I mean, if he hadn't acted like he was going to evade an arrest, this might have gone smoother, but even still, was the cop's life in jeopardy? Let's point out the moment that the cop felt threatened. Because you got to feel threatened if you're going to unload 10 rounds into a moving vehicle in the middle of town, I would think. But maybe he got away, that dirty cheeseburger-eating son of a bitch. We can't have that on our streets. Door opens.
Get out of the car.
Kid eats burger. Kid, what's his hand doing there? Oh, he does shift. Okay, so he shifts. I mean, I don't know this kid's story. He might not be a good guy. That doesn't change anything. He might have evaded an arrest that he should have been arrested for. He might have been evading being arrested for murder. But I don't think we have enough evidence to jump to that. I'm pretty sure this cop certainly didn't have enough evidence to assume that this kid was a direct threat. He just didn't want to chase him. So what's a good way to not have to chase a guy? You shoot him in the face. That's what we do. To serve and protect, we cannot have these dangerous cheeseburger-wielding bastards roaming our streets. Okay, so we do have to... First off, let's check some comments. Anybody have any rebuttal to any of that take? Because I do suspect that there's more to this story than we know. And also, I highly suspect, no matter how much comes out about this guy was not being threatened or should not have been shooting, so good luck. But anybody got anything in the comments? Force Mommy says, they feel threatened from stiff wind. Yes, exactly. She also says, I wish it was assumed everyone was armed, so scaredy cat police join. So no scaredy cat police join. Yes, agreed. Agreed. If you are to enforce the law and you do not have the ability to resist shooting somebody in this situation, then you are in the wrong profession, sir, and you should be fired at best. Fired at best. All right. Speaking of cops, let's talk about Uvalde police chief, or police. You remember them. They're the ones who cowardly stood outside a school while a bunch of kids were slaughtered and wouldn't let parents go in to save their kids from dying and stuff like that. And the one cop, his sad story was that it was actually his wife was one of the teachers that got shot, so you should feel bad for him. It's like, no, you're even more of a scumbag now if you as a cop would not protect strangers, let alone your wife. Give me a break. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about, but we are talking about Uvalde because there is another officer whose name I don't remember offhand, but this is from Tron.com, so you know it's legit. Uvalde CISD police fire a newly hired officer following surfacing of comments during the massacre. Now, let's see. So there was a woman whose name I don't remember, a scumbag. She was hired by the school as like security after all of this stuff, which none of these people should be protecting kids. None of these people should be on the force. And certainly none of these people should be directly protecting the school that they insisted on not protecting when it actually mattered. But she was, and now she's been fired because she had some comments that surfaced through some body cam footage. This is the school district police department issued a statement Thursday per Fox 29 explaining that Elizondo is her last name. I don't remember her first name. Crimson Elizondo. Definitely not a fake stripper name, but yeah, she definitely doesn't moonlight as a stripper, and even when she does, she definitely doesn't wear the police uniform. That's all I'm saying. Elizondo's comments, which were recorded by officer body cameras during the shooting, led to her firing. Quote, "We are deeply information that was disclosed yesterday evening concerning one of our recently hired employees, Crimson Elizondo. We sincerely apologize to the victims' families and the greater Uvalde community for the pain that this revelation has caused." The statement reads, quote, continued, quote, "Miss Elizondo's statement in the audio is not consistent with a blah, blah, blah." You get it. They're not taking responsibility for it. They fired her. But what is the quote? Let's find it. I thought there was video. Why is there not video? Let's see. I do remember when I first looked at this that it was surprisingly difficult to find her quote in this article. Oh, here it is. In other footage, Elizondo is heard telling fellow officers, "If my son had been in there, I would not have been outside. I promise you that." So she has a child, and she was talking about her child, and she said, as she's standing outside, letting children die, she says, "If my son had been in there, I would not have been outside." So she's talking about how she didn't have like the right body armor or something to go charging in or anything like that. Okay, sounds like you weren't doing your job right if you're showing up to a school shooting and you don't have some sort of protection. She's standing outside like a coward, not doing her job, and she's seen in footage saying that she would have done her job if it was her kid. And then they hired her as like the school security. And people didn't seem to like that comment very much because they cancel cultured her ass. And this is one scenario in which I think it is perfectly acceptable to enact outrage mob when you have a coward piece of garbage protecting your children, one that has proven in recent history to not be all that interested in protecting anyone's children except maybe possibly her own, but who knows. Okay, so that's enough of that. Yay, cops. Good job, right-wingers.
I'll make questionable decisions. I'll be in fact